top 10 pit protections in trades. Why is that?
We saw Dallas absorb a big fine a couple years ago, but then they drafted Derek Lively, and it truly worked out for them. So if you're going to avoid that, maybe it's better to change the trade rules to avoid those kinds of incentives. But Dallas really, I think if they could do that over again and absorb the fine, they would want it to be double the amount, the way that Derek Lively looked and the way that he played.
Well said. I totally agree. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Big men on the floor for Middleby, Washington, and Gafford. Doncic out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Exum in at the 3. And Pirtle able to finish.
So good seeing Pirtle attack the glass, especially when he goes for the putback jam.
Thompson outside. Pass to Exum. Now here's Doncic. For the screen on quickly. Clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The 3 for Doncic. Bangs home the trifecta.
Great off-ball action from Doncic.
For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside, Barrett. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
Mavericks ball.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Doncic. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first.
Boy, not the kind of start they wanted. Only 1 for 4 so far.
Here's Dick. 9-point game his last outing. Pirtle sets the pick for Dick. Offline with his 3. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Quickly against Doncic. Thompson outside. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Extremely dangerous from that range. That's Thompson's comfort zone right there.
Hey, Shams, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, was so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they just passed a note down to me, our gang here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this crop.
And we cannot wait. Pass to Dick. Screen by Pirtle. And again, no good by Toronto. Here are the Mavericks now. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Thompson inside the line. Barnes grabs the miss.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And here is quickly. It's Barrett on the wing. Pirtle sets the pick for Barrett. 5 on the clock. Over Exum. And Barrett gets it to go.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Darko Rajakovic had a few moments to share with me before. Undoubtedly, their defensive focus is trying to limit Luka Doncic. Coach told me Luka is a great player who impacts the game on so many levels. No one has been able to shut him down. We just need to play with physicality and make him work for everything. We'll see how they handle one of the toughest matchups in the NBA. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Pirtle, the pass to Barrett. Birtle sets the pick for Barrett. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Dante Exum. Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason. But I try to wait as best I can and make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
Outstanding. Doncic passes to Washington. Doncic with a screen on Barnes. From deep Washington. It's rebounded by Barrett. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Trailing by 2. Here's Barnes. He nails it, and we're tied up. Barnes has got 5 points so far.
Just tough, gritty play there by Barnes. That's how you deal with physicality.
Doncic passes to Gafford. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Toronto, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Here are the top shooters from deep this month. These guys have been raining down threes lately. Scotty Barnes, 3rd.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
It's Dick on the wing. Back to Barnes. To the middle. Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
I like Pirtle's ability to quickly move to the hoop after the screen. Again, speaks to his mobility.
Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Thompson outside. Back to Doncic. And the shot is long. The Raptors have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Shams, with as often as you've interacted with front offices all over the NBA, have you noticed any changes with how franchises operate with both the players and the media and that relationship and where it may be headed?
Everything has to be more specialized now in the organizations, but you're seeing true partnerships develop with teams and their players, especially their top players. Teams have to pay more attention now to data, to metrics than ever before. And the relationship between your top players in the organization, that is very, very important. And the teams that do a good job of managing relationships, of managing expectations, that is clearly what separates the elite teams with the bottom teams. And certainly players in today's generation are very, very polished when it comes to the media.
Oh, you framed that so well. Raptors have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. And here is Barnes. 5 points in the game. Pirtle with a screen on Doncic. And here's Barnes for 3. A rebound by Washington. Dallas shooting the ball at a 46% clip to start this game out. Thompson outside. Back to Doncic. Over quickly. And he can't bank that one in. 3-on-3. Here's Barrett. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Washington with it. Picked up by Barrett. Thompson surveying the floor. Doncic against quickly. Dallas again missing.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Pass to Dick. The 3. Kept alive. Tries again. That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. Here's Washington. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first savvy play that time on the part of Washington. Got his man in an awkward position and then drew the foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
We've seen some obvious improvement in his free throw shooting since last year.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Irving comes in for Dante Exum. And it's Hardy in for Luka Doncic. And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap's numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement. And that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restricted position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon.
Good awareness that time by Irving of where the shot clock was.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Quickly. And it's good, 2 points.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Now, here's Hardy. Scoreless thus far. Washington, that's for 2. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Abaji. He's covered by Thompson. Pirtle with a screen on Irving. Quickly with a wide open look. Hits the jumper in space. And this game is tied up now.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Gafford. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Pirtle. Positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Mitchell kicks to Pirtle. Back to Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Here's the 3. Out to the right wing. On the wing quickly. Covered by Irving. And that one's good quickly. And so it's Irving with it. Bringing it up for Dallas. Trailing by 2. Here's Hardy. There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. And the foul on Daniel Gafford. That's his first foul.
That was silky smooth there by Washington. Only takes him a few seconds to lock and load.
Chris Boucher's checked in for Jakob Pirtle. And then for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Haji Marshall comes in for P.J. Washington. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Irving.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Inside.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Thompson. Averaging 15 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Toronto trailing. 50 seconds left in the first. Here's Quickly. Rebound by Marshall.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
To the inside. Nice shot by Thompson. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
Even though he does most of his damage along the perimeter, Thompson can also dial it up inside.
Pass to Boucher. Quickly with it. Olenek sets a screen for Quickly. Knocks down the 3-ball. Quickly's got 9.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And finished off by Lively.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop. It'll be loop to loop all day long on the highlight reel.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Mavericks on top, leading by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.